David Erdos with poem 17 from the People's Prison, which is a tribute to a much loved national treasure and British actress who has died from the effects of her own personal prison and in the context of the wider prison that we're all currently struggling with. As she goes. And after Harold Budd, Babs, a different human beauty, one made of strength and survival and, of course, the fated breasts of her youth. But before that, her birth in a poor part of London, ravaged by war and the absence of a dad she adored. Her lost truth. From the Blitz came the glitz of post-war show business, tawdry perhaps, but entrancing to this bright city bird who flew through dim rooms, sparking said dark with her laughter, and never sorry near Dolly, generous with a handful and a pleasing curve none could spurn. Her talent carried her, as a singer and actress, from Soho to Stratford and back again to the Strand, by way of Pinewood and Cheam, Camber Sands, Eastbourne, Morecambe, a Gracie Fields for the 60s who died fighting a war she'd not planned. And yet she lived that former London life at full thrust, as a friend to the Crays, spliced to Ronnie. Where others like Joan Collins travelled, Barbara remained localised. She made Sid James fall in love, freeing him from excesses, then let him down gently when his tired heart failed him, just as the contract of love finalised. From her bargain glamour to age, Windsor remained herself for the public. Making near Shakespearean soap in EastEnders, she turned her wilderness years to starred court, in which a national treasure is found, and all or any faults are forgiven, especially in the face of Alzheimer's as it starts eating the sense time has bought. For the Covidian age has been an ice age too. We're all frozen, not just in this cold December or this year as a whole, but in loss. So many have died in the realm of so-called light entertainment that it would seem a new darkness and the challenge within becomes boss. That may well be a trite little rhyme, but this is a difficult season. To contain the truth in it and reflect on this dear dame's end is a test as to what we now do and who there is left still to follow. For someone my age, Babs was childhood, but tonight I am growing alone. So what's best? The nostalgia she stokes, along with those short-lost others, or the need to begin again and find others to epitomise life and love. Quite possibly death laughs at us, or reluctantly writes the scripts we part honour. As rich colours cloud, the mist masks us, and yet it mirrored us once, from above. Take care, Barbara Deeks. Your husband and friends won't forget you. As you go, you take with you a country so very different to this. It is a blessing, perhaps, that you did not in the end recognise it. For despite that pain, your past pleasure has finally earned your starred kiss. What will I receive on my day? I silently ask my mother. I turn to look up at her photo, but she doesn't reply. Now she knows. What waits now for me? But then mothers should know their sons' secrets. And so I write now for women and for the seeds of birth that fate sows. David Erdos, December the 11th, 2020.